Welcome back. Another week of Supercoach. Another Supercoach episode.
Another week of me injuring a pod.
Yeah.
I'm cursed. I'm convinced I have a curse.
Who are you bringing in this week? Just so people know to avoid them.
I don't. I haven't even looked at it yet. I don't know.
Not a great week for me either. I scored 1,059. Went down a little bit in the rankings, so I'm down to 2,963.
I feel so sorry for you. Not.
How'd you go?
I don't even know what I scored, actually.
Let's have a look.
Not that much. I know that for sure. Fucking.
I reckon you did all right. You had Nrl Blake as captain, didn't you?
Yeah, dude. You like that?
I did.
I said I'd do it.
Did you bring in Talangi as well?
No.
Oh.
I said I'd do it, though.
You said that, and then you didn't.
Well, that one, because I wanted one more week out of what I thought was Lane, but now he survives yet again. Fuck me.
You just can't get rid of him, mate.
Preston's hurt now.
You did all right. You got 1,009.
Okay, maybe not. I did all right.
Overall rank 37,000.
I'm right there. I'm in a hand's reach of you, I'll tell you.
Get in there.
Once I score 2,000, everyone else scores 6. I'm in.
So who'd you bring in? You brought in Junior Paulo, did you?
I brought in Junior.
For who? Sam Hughes?
Yeah, one of those like shit kickers. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm happy with the 50.
Yeah.
If he can just give me a 50 every week, I'll gladly take that.
Did you make any other trades?
No.
Just the one?
Just the one.
Saving the trades.
Well, I was hoping Preston got through the game okay. I was sweet. I was going to make some moves this week, but looks like not.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Well.
The pods are just going down like a bunch of potatoes.
Yeah.
Poor bastards. I'm sorry. I try to be different and it blows up in my face. All year I try to be different. Maybe that's why I'm coming 6,000, 4,086th rank.
I think it's a week of you either have Lomax and Latrell and you did well, or you didn't have them and you didn't do well.
Yeah. See, Adam Nrl Blake was a saviour for me. He was my little saviour.
Yeah. Go through my team very quickly.
We're trying something iffy here before we...
Yes.
We are recording what Will and myself are looking at.
Hopefully.
We tried to put it on TV, but that didn't work, so we'll have to do some research to figure out why the fuck Apple hates Panasonic.
Yeah. They're not mates.
Probably an Apple thing, let's fucking face it. But so from now on, you're seeing what Will's looking at, which is good because he's got Supercoach Plus.
Yeah.
All the extra metrics.
Hopefully it works anyway.
Numbers. We're very big number guys.
Big numbers.
Cricket guys, so...
Like the stats.
We
stats
like our numbers.
Yeah.
So, here, we're going to put it on the YouTube. Hope you like it. If you do, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah. And any other things that you can think of that you want to see, like at the end of the day.
It makes the viewing easier.
We're doing this for you guys to try and give you the best experience possible. So, if you've got any suggestions to make us better,
let us know. It'll be good.
Let us know. Coruscant, he did well for me, 75.
Yep.
I don't really know how he got that, to be honest.
Yeah, neither do I.
But I'll take it.
Yep.
Harry Grant off the bench. I was a bit worried, but he got 63. I think
probably one of his better games.
Did really well. DeBellin, a bit of a quiet one for him, 46.
Yep, that got pointed out by a Cody. He brought him in, I think.
Well, unlucky. He did well the last 2 weeks.
Thanks, Will. Cheers. Thanks for that, Will. Great pick.
Sam Hughes, I had to play him this week. He got 35.
I thought he did it a bit more than that, eh? In game, he was running like a madman.
Again, he just doesn't get the minutes. He only gets kind of 35, 40 minutes.
That's right.
I thought he would have got bigger minutes with all the injuries the doggies had, but he still didn't really. So, whether he's just not fit enough to play more minutes, but seems odd because he not like he looks gassed when he's playing. He looks pretty fit.
Must just be what they want from him, running hard for a short amount of time, and that's his job. Yeah, he did do well last week.
I brought in David Fafita, so kicked off Crichton, got Fafita in.
Yep.
He got 81 for me.
Yep,
not bad. Katoa, 61, got him as well.
He's coming in this week.
He's just
for sure
very good.
He just
61. He didn't have any real attacking stats. Still got 61. So happy enough with that. Kai Pierce-Paul, 60.
He's amazing, eh? He just keeps churning out good numbers.
Yeah. Bo Firma, he was in the centres again, so only 45 from him.
Yep.
But not too worried about that. Sean Lane, 62.
Best game of the year.
Didn't even play him this week. I'm like, nah. I used a boost actually just because I didn't want to play Sean Lane. But he ended up getting 62.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, good on you, Lane. Chan played and got 20 points. That was great. Dylan Brown, 50. Very quiet, I thought.
Yeah, not his best.
Still got 50 points, so...
It'll take some time for him, Moses, to click back.
Galvin, a lot of questions about Galvin this week, which we'll touch on in a minute. So only 28 from him.
And he's hurt.
And he's, so that was disappointing. Needed him to have a big score. Needed to play him this week. So that was upsetting. But anyway.
What can you do?
Val Holmes, 52, backing up from Origin.
I didn't think he was 52 worthy, but you'll take it.
Yeah.
As a Supercoach, you'll take it.
I thought he was barely 32 worthy, but anyway. Talungi, he got a nice try, 69 points for him. So that was good. Nrl 50, just does what he does, doesn't he?
Fucking 180 metres every game. Thanks for coming.
Farlongo, 53. I actually put the captaincy on him, which didn't quite work out the way I thought it would.
Yep. You would have liked it on Gagai, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I had Dane Gagai, big play for him. He's kind of saved my week. 100 from him, which was
huge.
Nice.
He was really good.
Drinkwater got 45. Was again poor. Very lucky he got saved by that runaway try he got. Yep. Otherwise, it would have been a dreadful score. A lot of people captained him this week as well, which would have been disappointing.
Big time.
So that's the one saving grace with my Farlongo. At least a lot of people went Drinkwater, which didn't do any better. So and Garrick brought him in, boosted for him. Armstrong out when the news of him broke.
Couldn't kick a cold, but still got 93.
93. Could have been a lot more if he knew how to kick a goal.
It could have been a lot more, 120.
Normally really good with his goal kicking, but just had an absolute shocker. Could have got an extra.
Of the Panthers.
Yeah, would have had an extra 24 points or something like that. So so Garrick 93, happy enough to bring him in with that boost. So worked out well.
Let's go through my bunch of duds. Nah, they're all right.
Brayley, he came off the bench, only got you 23. Grant, you had Fanua Blake, really good for you, 103.
103 with the captaincy.
So that was a very good decision from you.
Junior, 49. And then we got Fafita, 81, as you said. Preston.
So you brought him in as well. That was your other trait, was it?
Yeah. Presto, 44 before getting hurt. Sucks. Because he was starting to ramp up before he got hurt. As I said last week, don't get on him, boys, as a joke. Turned out to be true.
Yeah.
Bo Fermor, 45. Kai Pierce-Ball, 60. Sean Lane, 62. Played him. I'll take it. Cogger.
Did well for you.
Did very well this week. I thought this could probably be his build game.
Yeah.
He's going to build from this. Brown, as you said, 50. Hines, I kept him. Just because why not? Galvin, as you said, 28. Then Kiraz, 64. Zeri, 30. Tungo, 41, who's been very disappointing. And my favourite of them all, Iro. Iro and Kiraz, they'll just do the hard yards.
Kiraz is really unlucky not to score more. So with Adokar going injured, he's moved to the left-hand side.
Poor guy.
Wilson scored a couple of tries and just absolutely killed it.
Yep.
If Kiraz was on that right-hand side, he's getting probably 130 points.
Yep. Very unlucky.
So,
but I think he gets more put into the offense this next game they have. So I'm not too worried yet. Had Farlongo, 53.
Yeah.
And Teddy, obviously, didn't play.
Yeah.
The bye. So I've got some boys coming back this week.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Yeah, that's how my team went. Not very good. Good, but not very good.
Good, but not good.
My back line needs to fucking pull their socks up. Especially Tunga. The way he started the year, I would have said he was the best centre in the game.
Yeah.
Since then,
just hasn't got any attacking stats, has he?
Nothing. No Cleary, no Party.
Yeah. But still did all right for you. You got what, 41? It's in base.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
No Euro.
Let's get on to team lists.
Let's do it.
There's a couple of changes, not too many.
Big ins from Origin.
But for the Sharkies, Nico is back. It's good for you.
Nico is back, baby.
He can almost be a pod. A lot of people sold him over the last couple of weeks.
Exactly right.
You got him.
I kept him.
He's a very good captaincy option, and he could really
especially he'll be fresh.
Yeah.
It'll be depending how the rest of the Sharks boys back up, but he'll be the fresh one.
Yeah, and especially if he gets dropped from Origin.
Oh.
Everyone's going to be rushing to try and get him back in.
They're
so
back on him.
You've already got him. You don't need to free up money.
Yep. That's right.
So you're in a really good position with that and anyone that's kept Nico.
Yep.
Hopefully, he does get picked for my sake, because otherwise I don't know how I'm going to get him in. I'm going to need to get him in, but
Exactly.
You know, people are going to be scrambling, selling guns to try and get him. So,
Yep, agreed.
It'll be interesting to see. I think after this round, the teams drop. So, it'll be interesting to see what way New South Wales go.
It's down to Moses or him, you'd say.
Yeah.
So, whoever really has the better week, you'd say probably gets a spot because I think Nico just edges out Moses still. Especially after the Bulldogs game, it wasn't very good, was it? That was his chance to really fucking... A good defensive Bulldogs side. If Moses has a 8 out of 10 game, he gets selected, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But he didn't, did he?
It was just that. The other one is Atkinson. He drops out of the team for Trindle.
Makes sense.
So a couple of people jumped on to Atkinson. So obviously Trindle's kind of earned his way back in.
It's happened very seamlessly. Have you noticed? It's probably been a good thing that Hines got selected.
Yeah.
Because Trindle's been able to come in these last couple of weeks sort of unattended. No one's really kicked up a stink about it.
Yeah.
Whereas the media hasn't eaten him alive. He's just played footy. No one's really bothered.
Yeah.
Like, it's good.
Yeah.
And now he keeps his spot. So
yeah.
he did play fucking very well last week.
Yeah, I think they're much better with Trindle rather than Atkinson. But
tricky. He's tricky.
He's a tricky man.
He's a tricky man.
He's a tricky man.
I like that.
For the Dolphins, they've got a couple of their Origin stars back.
They do.
Nichols, he drops to the bench, and Tri-Fuller. No more of him. He's gone out of the team.
Baby.
So, Nicarima, he's back at 5'8".
They've missed him.
So, no more Milf. He's gone.
I wish Milf played one more game.
God. And Tessie New, he's could come back this week, probably in the centres. So,
a lot of ins for the Dolphins.
Yeah. Now, the Raiders-Cowboys. For the Raiders, Hudson Young, he's back.
Huddy Young, baby.
So, Mariota, he drops to the bench, and
he's very good.
Sungy drops out of the team.
Mariota, he's very good.
Cowboys, all their Origin stars are back. So, Talangi and Robson that missed last week, they're back this week. So, no Braden Burns or Harrison Edwards.
Yep, fair.
Nanai, he's also starting after coming off the bench.
Yep.
And Vinny Fuiaki going back to the bench. So
yep.
And Tamalolo, he's been named to start at lock actually. So
good, finally.
Should see some more minutes out of him, but who knows? All right, for Rabbitohs and the Broncos. So for Souths, Cameron Murray, he's a big in.
Yep.
So he's been named on the bench with Havili dropping out.
Yep. That's a big in for the
So it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, Cam Murray kind of plays a couple of games off the bench, plays limited minutes, loses a heap of money, pick him up after Origin real cheap.
Yeah.
That'd be the ideal situation.
He could get picked. You never know.
I think he does. I think he probably, if he plays this week, I think he probably plays for Origin.
Who's our 13?
McInnes and Yo.
Ooh. One of them would have to get dropped.
Yeah.
You'd say McInnes or Yo.
Yeah.
Or just fucking fuck Murray. Who knows what Major's thinking?
Yeah. I think they'd want Murray, and he's very good, but
we'll soon find out, won't we? Next week, isn't it?
Yeah. And then for the Broncos, just the one change. Wilson coming onto the bench. Fletcher Baker dropping to the reserves. Obviously, still no Reece Walsh. So he's gone for one more week. Then he'll miss another week for Origin. So if you're still holding on to him, he's probably someone that you can look at selling, I think.
Yep. Until afterwards.
Yeah. And just quickly on the Rabbitohs, I just want to mention Jack White, and he retains his role at 5'8". So
I like it.
I want to talk about White a little bit later.
Yep.
But yeah, I like him at 5'8". I think he
is good.
He gets his hands on the ball. He gets more involved. His base is up a bit higher, playing at 5'8". So
yep.
Tigers and the Titans. Couple of changes. Obviously the Tigers, they've lost Galvin. So Api Coruscant, he's playing 7.
He's going to the 7. Yep.
I don't know how I feel about that. I like him at hooker, I think. I don't know about 7. I think he loses a lot of base. Doesn't get as many tackles.
I still think he'll get plenty of tackles, just with how the Tigers are banged up at the moment.
Yeah, I'm tempted not to play him this week. Unless he gets a try assist, which he could. Like, he's playing the Titans, but he's going to rely on those attacking stats. I don't think he's going to get... If he doesn't get them, I think he could, get you 25, 30 points.
Yeah, 100% agreed.
Adam Dewey, he's back on the reserves.
Wow.
Which is good to see.
How good's that, dude?
So it'll be interesting to see if he comes in, where they use him, whether they play him at centre.
Dewey-licious.
Yeah. So whether they just run him off the bench for 10 minutes or so just to warm him up a little bit.
Yeah. I'd like him at the centres to start.
I thought he'd spend a bit of time in reserve grade at first, just to kind of
I'd say he's
ease him back into it.
He's too good, bro.
Yeah. Interesting one. That's probably it. Obviously, no Caesar as well. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Caesar is back. Back at 5'8".
Good.
So.
Oh yeah, from the crusher.
Yep.
No, the hip drop.
The hip drop. Yeah. So Charlie Staines to the wing. Naden moves into the centres as well.
Yep.
With Solomon out with a head knock. Solomona. For the Titans, Sammy is back in the centres.
Yep.
So Firma, he shifts back to the back row, which is good. And Palacia goes back to the bench.
Yep.
Warriors and Storm.
Yep.
For the Warriors, Sean Johnson is a big in for them.
He's back, baby.
So Tamari Martin, he keeps his spot. He's looking real good.
He does.
And Harris Tavita, he's on the bench. There's also Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. He's been in the extended bench. So wait and see whether he can make his way into the team.
Probably next week.
And for this, it'll be interesting when he comes back. Does he go to fullback? Because he looked good at fullback. Or they put him in the centres.
Tuipuki's also look good. So was Chance. It's so hard.
We can't drop Chance.
No.
But
so many options.
Could you put Chance at 5'8"?
I'd like Chance at 5'8". I think Tamari Martin's a 7.
What, are you dropping Sean Johnson?
No, sorry. I think it should be 6 Chance, 7 Sean. But I think Tamari is a 7.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. If he's not playing 7, it's hard to have him in the team.
Yeah.
Really. Like, he's that good at 7.
Yeah. No Remus Smith. He's out with concussion. So Dean Eremaya, he's going to play in the centres.
Yep.
But everything else is the same. Parramatta versus the Sydney Roosters. Mike Acevo is back. Jermaine Hopgood has been named. Trent Barrett came out after the game and kind of said that Hopgood shouldn't have played because he was injured. So that was a strange admission, I thought.
Okay,
but
probably shouldn't have said that. But
yeah,
cool.
But he's been named again, so it'll be interesting to see whether he plays this week. Wiramu Greg, he's out of the team. Arcee goes back to the bench. And Madison's still lurking in the reserves, so still don't know what's happening with him.
I think that concussion is a bit more serious than we think.
Yeah, I think there's something happening.
Is he? I don't think he's even playing reserve grade.
No.
Yeah. Obviously, that concussion's a bit more serious.
I don't think anyone knows. I think that's why he keeps getting named in the reserves because they just don't know.
He said he's going
whether he's going to play or not.
The last thing they said was he's going fuzzy at random times in the week, like just 7 days, 8 days later, he
just randomly gets dizzy spells.
Yeah, crazy. Imagine driving and just hitting that dizzy spell.
Yeah,
not good.
Yeah,
fuck playing footy. That's what we watch. Fuck that.
And for the Roosters, number of changes. Obviously, they had in their round 13 game all the Origin players out. So Jennings is out. Tupanua, Steep, Wong, all out as well. So Connor Watson, he comes back.
Yep,
he's starting at hooker, and Brandon Smith is on the bench. So that's an interesting one.
Yep.
I think they look a lot better with Connor Watson on the park, to be honest. So
100% they do.
I like that.
No doubt.
Seagulls and Dragons. Olakuatu, he's been named. So there was a bit of a calf injury he picked up last week.
And he was on the bike for a while.
Yeah. but he seems good to go, so that's good.
Ready to rock.
Nathan Brown, he's starting at prop.
Yep.
And Alloy is suspended. So,
Yep.
for the Drag.
Oh, for the trip.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. The attempted trip.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird, that one.
Laurie's quick, eh? You forget how good he is of a foot. Like, the Tigers should have just put him at fullback.
Yeah.
While Buller was still young.
Yeah.
Nuts.
No changes to for the Dragons. Leilua, he's named to start second row, but he was last week and then he came off the bench. So,
yeah.
Wait and see what happens there. But, yeah, no changes for them. Knights and Panthers. So, Bradman Best, he's back in the centres.
That's good.
Which is really good.
Big hint for the Knights.
And Fletcher Sharp, the big news is he has won the spot over Armstrong, it looks like. So, yeah, that's disappointing for any Armstrong owners.
I don't know about that.
I brought him in 2 weeks ago. He got 20 points and then he dropped out of the team. So that wasn't one of my best trades.
I think it's ever since he said he wants a release.
Yeah.
Maybe that's...
It was interesting. He only just signed a new 2-year deal and then like a week later he wanted to go. So very strange. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Daniel Saifidi, he might be a late in as well.
Yep.
For the Panthers, Dylan Edwards is back.
Poor Laurie. He's been balling out back there.
Yeah, so Laurie, he drops back to the bench. Cole is in again with Luai.
Yep.
Which is good. How far away? Cleary's got to be back soonish, doesn't he?
After game 2.
And Liam Martin, he might be back. So he's named in the reserves. So yeah, they're the team lists. Not too much to talk about with the team list.
That's fair. It's one of those weeks.
But a few big ins. Obviously, Cam Murray, Sean Johnson, the major ones, I think.
Yep, they're back.
Which is good.
All right.
Let's talk some Supercoach, eh?
Let's do it.
Let's talk about Galvin. A lot of people wanting to know what to do with him.
He might be at sell.
He's out this week with that hand injury. Could be out longer potentially. I don't know. If you're relying on him in your 17s, then he's a sell. If you can afford to hold him, though, I think I would with their buy schedule. Like, I think with round 15, obviously you're looking towards 16 and 19 of the next major buy rounds.
Yeah.
Galvin plays both of them and doesn't have a buy until like round 26 or something. So
pretty good.
I'd like to hold him. Like, I don't think he's an urgent sell. Again, if you're relying to play him, then you're probably forced into that trade. But I'd like to hold. We don't know how long he's out for. It could only just be the week, and then he's back next week when you need him. So I'm happy to hold on to him unless we get news through the week that he's out for 3-4 weeks.
Yep.
But yeah, at the moment I'd be holding on to him.
Yeah, big time.
But look, yeah, there's plenty of good options as well. Like if you can go to him to Jerome Hughes or something like that, it's obviously a huge upgrade. So I'm not going to knock anyone doing that.
Yeah, that's true. If you got the money, why not?
Yeah.
Well,
he's worth a fair bit. He's 550k. He's got a 64 break even. So when he comes back, he's probably made all the money that he has. Yeah. But again, he's just a handy number over that buy coverage. So
big time.
Just depends how you're looking at the buys. If you've got enough numbers, then you could look at selling him as well. But yeah, I don't think there's too many people, especially for round 19. Round 19 looks like a bit of a tricky one.
Yeah.
For players.
Big time.
So yeah, I would hold on to him at least for another week just to wait and see what happens. And then if he's out next week, then that's when I think you'd look at selling him.
Yep.
But again, if you're desperate for the number this week, which I don't think too many people are, but if you are, then yeah, I can get around selling him. Anything else to touch on with Galvin?
I'm good for Galvin.
All right. Armstrong. What are we doing with him?
See ya
later. He's got to go, doesn't he?
See you later, alligator.
Who for?
In a while, crocodile.
Again, you want to probably look towards around 16 or 19. I think if you don't have Garrick, I think he's the obvious one to go to if you can afford to go straight to him.
Yeah, Garrick makes sense.
Plays 16, plays 19. He's a gun centre wing. You're going to want to keep him probably till the end, so you're not going to have to trade someone in, trade someone out.
Yeah.
There's not a whole heap of options that play both rounds. If you've got him at fullback, you go Latrell. But
true,
I'd be concerned with Latrell getting named in Origin.
Yeah,
Like you pick him this week, then he misses 16. Like Latrell's appeal is he plays 16 and 19.
But
so
the way he's been playing, he warrants selection, really, doesn't he?
So I'd be very hesitant to go Latrell this week. I think if you were to go Latrell, I think last week was the week to do it.
Yeah.
Which obviously, after he made 150, is easy to say. But
exactly right.
I just think it's too late now with Origin around the corner. I think he does get picked.
If he wins against the Broncos this week and he's a big part of it, he gets picked for sure.
Yeah. I think we missed that kind of X factor for New South Wales. So
he was going to be he looked very good before he got his shot wrong.
So I'd be holding off on Latrell personally, but the other one at fullback, if you don't have the money to upgrade to someone, there is Hopewade.
Lehigh.
Lehigh. It's a good name.
It is.
So he is obviously bottom dollar, 204k, has a negative 63 break even.
Turbo's out for a while, eh?
Turbo, he's going to be out for at least round 16. He may come back round 18 or 19.
Okay.
But
so he's there for a while.
Yeah, he's going to at least cover you that round 16 bye against Souths, which he could score decently in.
Yeah.
He's got scores of 76 and 55 in his 2 games. That was against Melbourne and Penrith. So he's doing that against like some of the best defensive.
He might be an option.
He's got a good draw coming up now. He's got the Dragons, he's got South Sydney, he's got the Cowboys, Newcastle, Titans. Then probably Turbo comes back after that.
Yeah.
But it's a decent draw.
It is. I mean, he's averaging more than 50.
He seems to have won that fullback spot until Turbo comes back.
Yeah.
And when Turbo comes back, with all his injury concerns, there's talk about him playing in the centres when he comes back. So
yeah, who knows?
I like it. The only problem with him is obviously he's only available at fullback. So you're going to have to give up a gun player if you're running 2 gun fullbacks.
Yeah.
That's the downside to him. But everything else I quite like. And you're going to have to trade him out as well. So it just depends on how you're going with trades.
That's right.
You don't want to trade him in and then have to trade him out again.
Don't be doing that.
But yeah.
Good option though.
Good option. It's going to make a bit of money.
That.
So
there will be people that will jump on him because of that.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking...
Mum's got Fuller. She could literally just swap out Fuller for this bloke for a short term. And then if he's made enough money, Mum can just go juggernaut for the rest of the season.
Yeah, well, that's it.
It could be a good little strat.
Especially if you're looking at getting a Hines. So there's something I'm considering going, possibly Talangi, Blaze Talangi. He's made a lot of money. He's 600k. He's worth a lot. He's 400. He's gone up 400k.
Fucking hell, he's made 400k.
His break even's 44, so he's not going to lose a heap of money this week. But he's playing in the centres. If he doesn't get the attacking stats, his base is probably going to get around 30, 35.
Yeah. Well, teams are going to target Lehigh too.
Yeah, I'm tempted going Talangi to Hopewade, freeing up a heap of money, and then using that money in a couple of weeks to go to Nico Hines.
Yeah. Yep, makes sense.
Because I think you've got to start planning towards depending on Origin as well. But like if he doesn't play Origin, you're going to want Nico. So
100%.
You've got to be planning for that. Otherwise, you're going to get to round 18. You're going to need him for round 19, and you've got 50k in the bank.
Yeah.
you're going to have to kind of destroy your team for him, which you don't want to do. So
you
free up a bit of money now. It's going to make it easy for you later on. And he's certainly not the worst play if you had to play him. Like, as I said, against the Panthers and the Storm, like arguably the two best defensive sides.
Yeah.
He scored 50 and 70. So you could do a lot worse than him.
100% you could.
Let's move on now just quickly to the Bulldogs. They've got the bye this week.
God, they needed it.
And a lot of concerns. Obviously, Preston, he's out. Not too long. I think only a couple of weeks.
I don't want to talk about it.
He got scans back, so it wasn't anything.
I might keep him.
I think it was just ligament damage. There was no fracture. So I think it's 2 to 3 week recovery time for him. Curran, obviously a concussion. You'd think it was a pretty bad one, obviously.
So
he's probably
2-3 weeks.
2-3 weeks.
Which is a big loss because he's been one of the Bulldogs' better forwards and all-round players.
He's got a history of concussion too, so they might be a bit careful with him.
Yeah, 100%.
You've got Preston.
Yep.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. It's either I trade Preston or I trade Lane.
Yeah.
This week, I haven't made my decision.
Yeah.
So I'll keep you posted because whoever I do buy, I'll post it so everyone knows not to go near him because he'll get hurt.
Preston's got a break even of 52.
And he will get that too. That's the annoying part.
Lane's got a break even of 39.
Yeah.
So I think with both players fit, you could see Preston as someone that you could keep long term, whereas Lane is not someone that you'd feel comfortable playing.
Exactly.
In your 17. So yeah,
it's a tricky one, isn't it?
It's a tricky one. I guess it just depends on numbers. Like, if
I'm probably gonna get Katoa for Preston.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, right, with Preston, he doesn't play around 16 now that he's injured, which was a big appeal of him. He's playing those 13 and 16 bye rounds.
Yeah. Neither does Lane, does
Same with Curran, so he's probably going to miss that 16 bye round too. So,
I'll probably go Katoa, to be honest, man.
Yeah.
He seems to be the sure thing.
Yeah.
Surely he doesn't get hurt. If he gets hurt, the app might be getting deleted.
Sam Hughes as well. He's just kind of plodding along, getting 30s.
Yeah.
I'm going to just hold on to him just because I don't have the money. He's 320k. There's no one that I want apart from Fanua Blake at the front row. And I don't have the money to go Sam Hughes to Fanua Blake.
Yeah.
Maybe if I did, I probably could. I could probably look at doing that. Talangi to Hopewade and then going Sam Hughes up to Fanua Blake. But I don't know. It's a lot of money to upgrade to him.
Yep.
He does play 16 for Fanua Blake, so that's
massive.
That's huge. He's a huge number in that. But we'll wait and see. I think I'm just going to hold Hughes for the time being. He's just kind of, I'm not going to have to play him every week, but when I need to, he can get me.
That's right. He can do things for you.
He'll get 30 points. It's something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of it on the doggies. But a lot of people, especially Curran, very well owned. I think he's got to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Obviously, if you can go for Noah Blake, he's the obvious one. There's not a whole heap of other options, to be honest.
Nah, it's
tricky. Kind of get to Fanua Blake, or you just hold on, really.
Yeah.
I think at this stage. Okay. Let's go through the ins and outs.
Let's do it.
What are people thinking?
Now, this is cool because they'll be able to see all this extra Supercoach stuff that they,
Okay. So, the most traded out players, Lachlan Galvin. We touched on him already.
It's all the injured players.
Yeah.
Red dots everywhere, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Galvin, he's gone for this week. Again, I would be looking at holding him if you can. I don't think it's an urgent sell.
Yeah.
Armstrong, on the other hand, I think he's got to go. He looks to be gone for the rest of the season. I don't think he's going to play another game. So,
yep. And as you said, Curran.
Curran, I think he's probably got to go as well. He's 530k. You go him to Fanua Blake if you've got the money.
Yep.
He's a it's a great option because the Dogs have the bye anyway. So
they do, which is good for with the injury crisis. Really.
So he wasn't going to play this week.
It sort of helps the concussion. He gets a whole extra week off.
Yeah. And a lot of people, like if you're rocking Curran, Sam Hughes, and that's two of your front rowers that are gone. So you're looking for that extra number. So I think Curran, he's got the value where you can upgrade him a lot easier than a Sam Hughes. So
I'm with you. Agreed.
I like that trade. Reece Walsh, again, we spoke about him. Missing this week, missing next week, missing round 19. Probably misses round 20 when he backs up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'd sell him.
Yeah. Makes sense. I have to make a move on him.
Scotty Drinkwater, people selling him.
Do you think that's a rage trade?
I think so. Like he got 100 the week before and then got 40. So
I think everyone's expecting him to get 100 every week. It's just not applicable.
He doesn't play round 16 or 19. Like he's got the bye for both of them, which is annoying. So you can sell him, but who are you picking up? If you go on him to maybe a Tedesco, I don't hate the move because Tedesco is going to play. You would have to imagine. I wouldn't do it this week just in case Tedesco gets picked for Origin again. But next week I'd be looking at.
So I kept him. So
I'd be looking at going, Drinkwater to Tedesco.
Tedesco, yeah.
Tedesco's going to play round 16. Won't play 19. The Roosters have the bye, but he will play 16 and he'll play in those backing up periods.
If Edwards gets through this weekend, he gets selected for Origin.
I think without a doubt.
Because he's going to give you an 8 out of 10 performance.
Well, he earned that spot in game 1, right? So it's not like he got dropped. He got injured. So
unfair
I think
on Teddy, but also unfair on Edwards. So pick your worst evil. Right.
Yeah. Preston.
Yeah.
He's got to go
well,
as well.
No one knows how long the period is.
Yeah.
So I understand it.
Yeah. Well, the news coming out, there's no fracture or anything. So it's 2 to 3 weeks, I think. The thing with him is he could be a season-long hold. So if you've got the cover for him, I don't mind holding him.
I promise you, next season, he's going to be one of my first few pickups.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even going to look elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because I think by next year, he'll be a top 5 back row in the comp.
Yeah. But with his injury concerns, like by the time he comes back, Kickout's probably back.
Oh, yeah. I've just realised I haven't had Kickout for a while, eh?
Yeah. So Kickout's back.
Oh, yeah, they're running at Salmon at the other side.
Yeah.
Wow.
So does Preston then drop back to the bench?
No, surely not. No way. Surely Salmon. Respectfully.
You'd think so, but that's the way they were running before. They had
true.
Salmon and Kickout, and then Preston coming off the bench. So
Preston doesn't. I think he's their future club captain.
Without a doubt. But I think they're very protective of him.
He's that good. He's so good.
Yeah. But it depends. Like they're going to be obviously pushing for a top 8 spot, so they're going to want Preston out there, you'd think.
Like he's...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so... Like, come to the Sharks, dude. I love you.
Matty Burden. People are selling him. People are selling Matty Burden. Fair enough too, I think. With obviously misses this week, misses next week, even if he is 18th man.
Yeah.
So I think there's enough of a reason to sell him.
Yeah, I agree.
Didn't have a great performance last week, but before that, he's been really good. So got 39 against Parramatta, but before that, like 81, 80, 80, 73, 80, 79.
He loves his 80.
He loves an 80. 147. Like he's been very good.
He has been.
I'd be tempted, like his dual position, halfback 5'8", which is handy. I'd be tempted to hold him.
He's fucking. He's
but
not
he is going to miss. He is going to miss the next 2 weeks. But then he'll probably play 17, 18.
18th man. Fuck.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
I can get around selling him, but I can also get around holding him.
Yeah. Blaze
Talangi, again another one. I think he's probably peaked in value. He's not a bad option if you need, but it's 600k. Like you can do a lot with that amount of money. You can get one of these genuine guns. Go him to Garrick.
Yeah.
I don't hate selling him. I think now that he's not at fullback, he's in the centres. His base has dropped. He's not going to score those big scores every week, I don't think.
Yeah.
And you're going to get some 30s out of him. So
that's
I don't think he's a keeper till the end. So I think now's the week to sell
Now's
him.
the time to move him.
If you can sell him, he does play 19. That's the only thing with him that I like. He plays around 19, which, as we spoke about before, it's probably going to be the harder of the bye rounds to manage.
To pick, yeah.
But yeah, I can get around selling him. I'm thinking of selling him myself. So
yeah.
Sam Hughes, again, we spoke about him. He's 325, gets you 30 points. It's kind of just meh.
It is what it is. Yeah.
If you can upgrade him. But yeah. And Try Fuller.
And Trey Bay.
Yeah, fair enough too. He's going to play around 16 and 19.
And that's
but
probably it.
That's it. So
unless Vito gets hurt, obviously.
You could keep him for those bye rounds, or you can go him to Hopawade, free up 250k almost, and get someone that's going to play through that period, make a bit more money than Fuller would. So yeah,
let's go to trade it in. I'm excited for this.
In Cody Walker.
Whoa, hey.
I like it. He's doing pretty well the last couple of weeks.
Sniffer. People like, oh my god.
But it's a bit of a roller coaster with Cody. Like he's got 103 and 99.
Yeah.
Then he can also punch out at a 31 or a 38. So bit rocks or diamonds for him, but
people are ready. People are ready to jump on the roller coaster.
He's a keeper in the past, and South Straw's coming up. It's not the worst. Obviously plays around 16 and 19. Really good bye coverage. So they've got the Broncos this week, but then they've got Manly, Parramatta, Dolphins, Tigers, Raiders. Yeah.
Wow.
It's not
okay.
It's not a bad pickup.
It's not bad.
It's not a bad pickup. Obviously people going Galvin to him. Not for too much money. Like it's an extra 40k, 50k.
These names on these lists surprise me, eh?
Jerome Hughes.
Yep. Fair.
I can get around that. Again, if you're going Galvin to Jerome Hughes,
fair.
Hughes is going to play around 16. It's a good option.
And he's a gun.
I can't talk you out of it, to be honest.
He's starting to heat up too.
Yeah. Hopawade. Again, we spoke about.
Even before looking at the list. Yeah. I don't know if you did before the show, but
he's very good.
Very good pickup. Cheap as fucking
again, that negative break even, cheap. Free up a lot of money, so I'm all for it. Again, it's just the fullback.
The one position.
If he was available at centre wing, it's a no-brainer. But at fullback, it just deters me a little bit. But the end of the day, with so many of the Origin players, or the gun Origin, the gun fullback players being either an Origin or being injured, you probably don't need two gun fullbacks at the moment. So. Talakai.
The fridge.
I had a quick look at him last week. I was very tempted.
You got another 4 weeks. Another 4 weeks.
I was very tempted by him. The only thing that worries me is Wilton.
Oh, he comes straight back in.
I think he's back before round 19.
Ooh.
I think he's either...
back early.
I think he's... Well, we're round 15. I think he's got, 4 weeks left?
4 to 5, they said, so...
So he could come back right on round 19.
Yeah.
And then Talakai, he drops back to the bench and he's no longer really relevant.
Yeah. It's hard when you come off the bench, isn't it?
So
completely different role too.
If Wilton was gone for 7, 8, 9 weeks,
you'd be more inclined.
Then I would have went Talakai last week.
Because the difference of his role, he's more of a playmaker now.
Well, he's playing in the he's playing on the edge,
awesome.
So his base has gone up to about 40. 45 even. So
he's getting the ball more. He's getting more overlaps, like on break assist, try assist even. Like he's back to his. I'm scared because teams are going to look at him at the centre position and throw a bit of.
So he scored 88. And when I was having a look at him last week, historically I was looking at his numbers playing second row, and historically he played around 55, 60 minutes.
Yeah,
he didn't normally play 80 on the edge.
Now
but he's playing. Obviously, that was a couple of years ago. But he seems to have locked up 80 minutes on the edge.
He was the difference. He was very good.
I like the pickup. I don't know if I'm going to go there myself. Just because if I got him, I'd want him for around 19. If we can get some kind of confirmation of when Wilton's back, which you're not going to get this week.
Exactly.
Then I'd be really tempted by him, but it concerns me. I don't want to bring him in.
The unknown.
And then round 19, when you need him, he drops back to the bench and gets you 20 points.
You don't want that.
Yeah. But I do like the pickup, but I don't know. He's low ownership. He's only owned by 2% of teams. That'll go up another 4% this week, but yeah, you could definitely do worse. He's dual second row center wing, which is probably one of the handier duels to have.
Yeah,
he's gonna make a bit of money for you. He's a definite play in your 17s, but it's just
he should be a triple position really.
Yeah,
front row, center, second row. He's played it all this year.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to go there myself, but it's something that I'm looking at.
Yeah, it's not bad if you've done it.
Yeah, Zach Lomax. This is chasing points for me.
This is very sniper team vibes. Sniper, snippety snipe.
He's going to play Origin. Yes, he's just come off 100
million.
170. So, look, if you've kept him, great, good on you. Like, you deserve it. But he's going to play this week, then he's going to miss 16.
Yeah.
He'll play 17.
Depends on how quick the backup is. I mean, if he's playing on one day, he's going to back up every time.
Yeah. He'll miss 19, he'll miss 20. So, I couldn't go him now with missing 3 games in the next 5.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. But
fair.
Look, I think people are just looking at the 170 and being like, "Oh, I missed out. I want it." I think you're chasing points. I don't think he's not going to do that every week. Obviously,
no.
He's someone to look at. I think after Origin. I don't think. Yeah, I don't like it this week.
Yep, fair. Adam Fanua Blake.
I think this one I do like. Plays
any time of the year, pick him up.
Plays round 16, is comfortably, especially over the Origin period, is comfortably the best front rower.
He's been the best forward this year.
Yeah, he's a keeper till the end. You can just get him there, leave him there, not have to worry about your front row. It's set for the season. So, I like it. It's just a lot of money. 730k, a lot of money to spend in your front row.
Very worth it. Thank you, Fanua Blake. I love you as my captain.
Wishart.
Now, I don't hate this because the Munster injury is so...
Yeah.
They haven't told you anything.
You just don't know. Like
he was on a podcast or something last week, and I think Pappenhausen said, "How's it going?" He goes, "Yeah, good."
Yeah.
And he wouldn't go any further.
Yeah.
So I don't think he has an idea.
No.
I don't think Melbourne has an idea. So I like this.
I do, but that also worries me because he could come back at any time.
I don't think they will rush him back though. If they're bringing him, because they're first, right? They're first, right? So he'll be ready for finals. So like 2-3 weeks out from finals.
Yeah,
I think he comes in at most.
And his base, Wishart, he gets through his work. Like, he gets through his tackles. He gets through his runs.
He runs a lot.
He's very good. I think he's basing about 40 as a 5'8", which is excellent.
It's nuts.
He got some attack on the weekend. Got 122. He's 500k. You could have got him a lot cheaper a few weeks ago if you jumped on.
Well, that Sharks game was his like, "Hey, I'm here, boys."
So it's hard to jump on when you could have got him at 360k. It's hard to jump on at 500k. But I think this is one of the ones where you need to put your ego aside.
He's a dual.
He's as you just said, he's dual position. He's got the base. He's got the upside. Melbourne's draw coming up is decent.
It's just Melbourne. They are Melbourne.
They've got the Warriors, Dolphins, Canberra, Tigers, and then the Roosters. He plays round 16. He won't play 19. Again, if you go on Galvin to Wishart, I don't hate it.
Yep.
Negative break even, so he's got more money to make.
And he will. I think he definitely will.
Yeah.
He's getting better and better every week.
He's just so involved. Like, he's not one of those ones that is just letting Jerome Hughes do everything.
No, he wants the ball. It's good.
He's getting involved. He's making his run. So
it's probably a good thing for Jerome too. He doesn't have to single-handedly carry the offense. It's good.
Yeah.
Big for feeder.
If you weren't able to get him last week, I think get him this week. I can't talk anyone out of
81.
that.
He's averaging like 80.
Yeah, he's the best second rower by a country mile. So
other than Preston,
he's going to play 16. Probably play 19 if he misses Origin.
I think Preston's my new favourite player. Love that little bastard.
Matt Feagai.
Feagai. He's back, baby.
I like it. He's 316k, negative 36 break even.
He's been selected.
You can get him in the centre wing.
Ravalawa's career might be in a bit. Did you
hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's out for a while.
I think he doesn't make his way back into the NRL.
No.
That sort of extent.
Yeah.
Not good.
But the Panthers and then the Tigers, he scored 62 and 78.
Pretty good.
Which is very good.
And he was barely involved.
Yeah. Well, he scored a couple of tries. He scored a try in each. 2 tries against the Tigers.
He fell over.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's got decent base. It's not...
He's usually a lot better. I think that was one of his worst base games, the Tigers game. He didn't have to do much.
Yeah.
Lomax was fucking running up and down the fucking field for fun.
Yeah, he's probably got about 30, 35 base, which is pretty good for a winger.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. 316k, I'd rather Hopewade though.
Yeah.
But you can get him at centre. So
yeah,
if you've got your 2 gun fullbacks there, then I think he's probably the next best option in terms of a downgrade.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Again, the job security, look, there's question marks, I suppose, because they've got a couple of other wingers around, don't they?
His brother. Now that Ravalawa's out of the picture, it's just the brothers.
It's just the brothers.
Legit. The Feagai brothers.
Right.
That's it. Because Ravalawa did some silly things. An abuse of a touch judge with no video ref. Probably not the smartest thing to do.
No. But anyway, Tarpany, he's the next 10th most traded in player.
I like it.
This one I like as well.
He goes hard. Everyone.
I'd rather Fanua Blake for 100k more. But
but each your own.
I
don't hate it.
I don't trust Ricky and the minutes that he gives Tarpany. That's my concern.
Sticky.
I don't trust him. He'll play 40. He'll play 40 minutes one week and then he'll play 60 minutes one week.
Yeah.
I don't think you can rely on him to get you 60 minutes every week.
Yeah.
If he gets 60 minutes, he's a great option. But I think you're going to get a lot of 49, 51, those kind of scores.
Yeah.
Along with the 70s when he does play bigger minutes. So
yeah.
I don't like it. I like Fanua Blake a lot more just because he's going to pretty much play consistent minutes every week.
Yeah, each and every week.
I think he's got a lot more upside for Nrl Blake too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's it. That's our takes.
That's our takes. Now, I just want to go through some pod options.
Yes. Hit us with it.
For the buys. I've done a little bit of digging. And I've come up with a list. A list of players.
Let's go through the list.
I'm going to go... There's about 12 players on this list. They all play at least one of the buy rounds that can offer you a little bit of coverage, that point of difference from everyone else that can really... At this time of the year, that's how you make your moves. If you've got someone in your team that no one else has, obviously that's going to make a huge difference.
That's right.
If they do well. Brian Kelly. I was shocked by how low his ownership was. 0.6%. Now, when you look at his scores, they're very good.
Yep.
He's got a break-even of 76. He's 640k, so he is expensive. But he is a genuine keeper in the centre wing. 65, 71, 73, 63.
He loves his 60s and 70s.
Even before that, 50, 73, 75, 81, 83. He's
a high work rate guy.
He has the base. He's not going to get you...
He gets a few tries.
He's not going to get you below 50.
Yeah.
He's just gets through his work. He's going to make you runs. He's going to get the tackles. He gets the tackle bust. He's a big guy.
Yep. You think he's good?
I think he's very good. If we look at his base, he's basing 32.
Yep.
And then 19 in tackle breaks and all of that. So you put that together, it's 51.
Yeah.
51 in base and power. So very good.
Yeah, okay. Who's next?
And then if he gets a try assist, which he's more than capable of.
Especially the try assist. He'll always cop a late hit for one of the boys to go over.
Yeah. And their draw coming up, again, as I said, they play 16 and 19. They've got the Tigers, the Warriors, the Sharks, Parramatta, Manly, Dolphins. They've got a pretty decent draw. So I do like him.
Who's next on your list?
Damien Cook. Now this one,
no thanks.
This one is an interesting one.
No thanks.
I know a lot of people initially will be like, not for me. And I respect that. But he's a gun of the past.
That I agree with. Just too expensive.
He's 629k. He's going to play round 16. He's going to play round 19. He's not going to play Origin. He's going to get through his work. He seems to be playing 80 minutes without Demetrio fucking up his minutes.
Or Havili now out of the side.
So he looks pretty safe. Now, the last 3 weeks, 61, 96, 86. He's looking good. He's looking like he's running out of dummy half a lot more than he used to.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I'm not going to go there myself because I've got Coruscant and Grant. But if you've got someone like a Lussick, if you're still holding on to him, if you've got a Brayley, he's not the worst option. To cover that all those bye rounds, he's going to get you at least 35 points in tackles, and he's got that attacking upside. So I think South's draw's pretty good as well coming up. They've got Manly, Parramatta, Dolphins, Tigers, Canberra. It's
not
pretty
bad.
good. I think a lot of people going basing 43 and then with the attacking stats.
Could be an upgrade for Jaden for me. Who knows?
Yeah. I think if you're not going with...
I'd have to do him soon, though.
I think it's kind of him and Marshall King, I think, are the two...
Yeah, those are the two hookers. Likes, especially Marshall King.
Yeah. Everyone's going Marshall King, right? But I think if you go Damien Cook, it just gives you that point of difference. I
might trade him in this week.
Only 2.9%. Just something to think about. The next one, Buller.
Yeah, I haven't been watching Tigers games, so I'm not going to comment.
Not many people do. It's not fun, but
but apparently Buller hasn't been.
He's been not great. He has fallen away a lot. But we've seen last year what he's capable of.
Yeah.
He does have the upside.
This could just be second-year syndrome.
Again, we've spoken.
This happens.
Yeah, we've spoken about in the past how good the Tigers' run is. They don't have a bye until really late in the season.
The end of the season.
We've spoken about how there's not many good fullback options.
Yeah.
That cover the buys. So, he's kind of one of the best ones, I think. He's 450k, so he's a decent price. Again, hasn't been great. So his last 3 weeks, he got 60 last week, then 37-21. So
60 in a fucking losing effort is huge.
Wow. He's got pretty much no attacking stats all year. Last week he did get 60 with 1 try assist. It's a big risk, obviously, at fullback, but
I'll be staying away, dude.
Yeah. I don't hate it. It's just...
But as you said, these are all pods.
These are all pods.
Do it.
They're not slam dunk trades, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, everyone would own them.
Yeah.
But
these are pods.
It's something he can get on a run.
A packet of pods. That's what they are.
That's it. Like we look at last year when he went on his run, he got 124, 111, 95. He's capable of those kind of scores. He's not going to get you that every week.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of 40s in there. But if you can just jag some good scores out of him over that Origin period, then fuck him off to...
I see the vision, but it's...
Then you can go him to a Pappenhausen or a Tom Trbojevic
next year,
or
I think
a Ponga one he's back.
Yeah.
As I said, it's a risk, but if you play it right, things work out for you. He gets on a run, gets a couple of hundreds, increases by 200k. You can go him to a gun fullback for the rest of the year.
No, I see the theory behind it.
Covers the buys.
I think next year will be his year. I think I think getting all the players they're getting,
Yeah.
especially Luai, I think he scores a lot of tries next year.
Yeah. Only 1.8% ownership. Obviously, there's a reason for that, but
They must be Tigers fans.
yeah.
Respectfully.
The next one's Wyden.
Jackie boy.
Jackie Wyden. Now, the only reason I bring him up is because he's moved to 5'8". He's 444k. Historically, he kind of gets you around that 55 points. He's never really been a Supercoach gun.
But at the half, more involved.
But he does look very involved. He's on that left side, which we know how dangerous the South Sydney Rabbitohs are on that left. Kind of all their attack goes through him.
Yeah.
Or goes through the left.
Yeah, it does.
Even last week when a lot of it actually went to the right, he still got 81 points.
Yeah.
So I do not hate it.
No, I don't hate that at all.
Again, they cover the bye as well. Plays 16 and 19.
I would prefer Cook. I don't want more than one Rabbits player in my side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Without being rude.
Yeah. And you can get him in the centres. So if you're going,
downgrade
an Armstrong to Wyden,
yeah,
you could do a lot worse.
I mean, he's going to have to be a big key to why they start winning these must-win games. Like,
yeah,
I'm scared these guys are going to go on a huge run. Like, I'm talking 6-7 games undefeated, sort of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I can see it.
So last week he got 81. Okay, 32 in base, which is decent.
Yep.
17 with the try, 20 points in creative stats, 22 in evasive. So with tackle breaks and all of that. He's a big body. He's going to get tackle breaks.
Always has. Can't see it stopping now.
So I think he's going to get hands on the ball a lot. It's not like Cody Walker's the halfback. He's not a dominant halfback.
No.
He's a 5'8" as well. So it's not like there's someone there that's taking all of the ball. It's going to be pretty evenly shared.
Especially with the trail at the back on both sides.
So I quite like Wyden. In the centre wings, I wouldn't... He's only available in centre wing, but yeah, I like it. 2.7% there.
Yep.
This one, I'm not as keen, but I've just thrown it in there just because...
Yeah, I see it. No.
We know what he's capable of.
Too many better options out there.
Alex Johnson, 1.3%. He scored 9 last week.
Yeah.
So
he's not a big meter guy.
He's got no base whatsoever, but we know what he can score tries.
He needs 2 to 3 tries a game to make,
which he's very capable of. You'd almost consider a try a week as almost base for him.
But 9 concerns me in a 42-0 win, 42-10.
Yeah. And his scores this week, like with his tries, he's got 41, 42, 58, 47.
Yeah, no. I don't like it.
Yeah. He's 430k. I'm not a fan of it myself because I want the base there as that bit of security.
You need base these days. You need it.
But if you think South can go on a bit of a run, he's more than capable of scoring.
I mean, he didn't score a try.
This
week.
Yeah.
So
if they can go on a run, that left edge, he's going to be at the back.
Many a try, but still the base is needed.
Yeah. So
his high score this year's 58. No?
Yeah.
That's Hero's getting that most weeks in base. Fuck me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nuts when you think about
like
that.
He's capable of scoring a couple tries and getting 120, but
he reminds me of Dom Young a lot. Him and Dom Young, for me, very similar. Lack of base.
Dom Young's got a lot better base.
A lot better, but it's not to the level that you want.
The next one I want to talk about.
This one I'm not a big fan of.
This one I don't mind. He's coming back from injury.
Parramatta Eels next fullback.
Jaden Campbell.
Yep.
Now, I like it. I like it. He's 450k. You can get him at 5'8" or fullback. You'd probably want him at 5'8". You can go Galvin to him, free up 100k.
When's the Bridgestone select back? AJ Brimson.
He got 75 last week, with not a whole heap of attacking stats. He got 1 try contribution. He's goal kicking. Yeah,
When's Brimo back though? Because you know for a fact as soon as Brimo gets back, he gets that fullback. Surely.
I think he's still a while away, Brimson. I think he's...
Okay, in that case, it's good.
Mm,
But other than that, it scares me.
yeah. I don't mind this one.
Okay, I'm staying away.
If you're looking at selling...
Hold me 2 guns.
I wouldn't get him at fullback, I don't think. But I think at 5'8", if you want to sell Galvin, I think he's a good option.
Okay.
Again, you're freeing up 100k for him.
That's true.
I think
Actually, half could be alright.
there's not a whole heap of 5'8", knocking down the door.
Yeah.
I think you could do worse. And at only 1.8%. Like, in the preseason, there was a lot of talk about Campbell. I think his ownership was at 30% or something. A lot of people were keen on him. Nothing's really changed.
Yeah, just the fact that he's
It's
injured.
just he
I
got
think it's
injured.
the fact that
Now he's
AJ
coming back.
AJ played so well while he was out.
Yeah.
At fullback.
Yeah. But yeah, he's someone to look at again, plays 16 and 19. Now, this one, Clint Gutherson. I think he's a bit of a safer option at fullback. Only plays 19, doesn't play 16.
Yeah.
Reminds me a little bit of Drinkwater. I think you're going to get similar scores to what Drinkwater has. With Moses back, Parramatta look the goods. If Moses is out over Origin, then he's going to get the goal kicking. He's going to be more involved. So I think either way, I think it's good for Gutherson. Scores of 59, 66, 95 the last 3 weeks. Against the Dolphins, Parramatta were awful. He got 33. So I'm not worried about that too much. He's got good scores in him. He's 644k. I think he's probably priced about what he did. Last year over the Origin period, he absolutely killed it.
He always does.
It's this time of year, he always just goes on a bit of a run. Seems to always happen. Yeah, as I said, plays 19, doesn't play 16, which if he played 16, I think I'd get him.
I'm personally staying away, but I'd see the merit in it. I just don't like what I saw last week.
Over the Origin period last year,
right? More involved.
Over the Origin period last year, he got 81, 138, 132, 119, 61, 115.
Yeah.
So he's more than capable. And Parramatta, you'd say are probably in a similar kind of patch to what they were last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's one of the best fullback options at the moment.
Yeah.
So if you're wanting that gun fullback, if you're selling a Drinkwater and you're sick of him, you don't want him. I think Gutherson can. I think he's got a bit more base as well than Drinkwater. I don't think you're going to get too many 20s out of him. I think at worst case scenario, he probably gets you 45. Drinkwater got 45, but that was with a try.
Yeah. Exactly. 30 of those is fucking...
So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Don't love it, don't hate it.
Yeah. Mike Acevo.
Don't love this one at all.
Now, do you know what he's averaging?
Probably 60.
70.
Yeah, I don't like it still.
He's the leading try scorer this year. He's 640k. He's got scores of 81, 112, 49, 36, 83, 74, 53.
It's more the injury concern for him.
Yeah.
He's been out a lot with lower leg injuries this year. That's the only reason I say it. Like, how many games has he played?
7.
Exactly. He's missed half the year.
Yeah. He's got the upside. You know that Parramatta, if they score tries, they're probably going to go through season.
He's getting at least one. 100% he's getting one.
Yeah.
Usually unmarked too, because Moses generates so much fucking
Well, that's it.
numbers.
With Moses back, like he's only going to get better. Like he's got all those scores with Moses out. Now that Moses is back.
If Moses is back and it kills it, he goes back into Origin camp, you'd say, because everyone's off Hines.
Yeah.
So that's the other... Do you go him? It's tricky.
Thing with Sevo, he has no base either. Like similar to Alex Johnson. A little bit more, but not too much. For a big boy, he doesn't like a run.
It's so disappointing, man, because he could have like 4... If he had the ticker of hero, greatest winger to ever lap this earth.
Yeah. So that's...
Imagine if he had some ticker. Imagine if he had some ticker. Oh,
so I don't have the balls to do it myself.
No, I'm not doing it, bro. Give me Euro base every week.
Yeah. But you're not getting hundreds from Euro.
Exactly. That's the risk I'm willing to run.
Sevo gets you a couple tries. He gets you 100. So the draw's not too bad. Newcastle, South Sydney, Titans. Yeah.
No, I see it.
Misses round 16 with a bye. He'll miss round 20 with a bye.
Well, you were late withdrawal from last week. I'm scared it might just...
And it's a hamstring. Hamstrings, just they linger on, don't they?
He might just keep on... Because he's a big boy. He's a big boy too, don't forget. He's a big boy.
They're big hamstrings.
Legit. Exactly right.
There's a lot of hamstring there.
There's a lot of muscle to fucking fix. He's a big lad.
Yeah.
Big boy.
But I think he's one of the top... You know, people aren't looking at him, but he's one of the top averaging centres. Like, as I said, he's averaging 70 this year, so he's doing well. But again, he does need the tries.
Now,
so
this is the last name on the list I agree with.
Dane Gagai. I really like him.
You've got him.
I've got him. 1.5%. I thought he'd be more than that, but
well, he was, and then he got withdrew that 1 week, and remember he got traded out by 8,000 people.
Yeah, that
was the week he got pumped in the traded out. Because remember before that, I knew everyone was on him.
Yeah. So Gagai, he has scores.
Amazing.
100, 48, 68, 58, 62, 89. He doesn't have a poor score in him. He has the base.
He has a crack.
He has the tackle breaks. He has the runs.
Knights are lucky that he's still there. He's amazing.
And he hasn't scored many attacking stats this year. Last week, he scored 1 try. And it pushed him up to 100. Like,
honestly, you put him with some good halves. He scores most weeks.
He scored 3 tries all year.
Yeah.
We're into round 14. Normally, Gagai, would have scored 6 or 7 tries by now.
Team without a halves pairing. They've had different halves pairings all year.
So if he can go on a run, score some attacking stats, which he's more than capable of, he's going to really benefit from that. The other thing is Jackson Hastings. How much longer does he stay in the team?
Yeah, it's a weird one.
He's been pretty bad. I think when Gamble he comes back, I think that pushes Hastings out.
Cogger's been good, so you can't really.
And if that happens, then Gagai goes back to goal kicking.
Yep.
Which when he was goal kicking, he was probably losing more points than he made. To be honest, he wasn't great at it.
To be fair, all the tries are out on the wing.
Yeah, but if he can get that goal kicking back, then he's all of a sudden an outstanding option. He's got the base. He's got the goal kicking.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like him. As I said, I've got him myself. So yeah, I'm a big fan of him.
Yep, big fan of his work.
So hopefully not many people jump on him, to be honest, because I'd like to keep him at that 1.5%.
Yep.
Talakai, we spoke enough about him. He's at 2.1% at the moment. That'll go up a fair bit, I think, to about, I reckon, 6-7% by the end of the week.
Yep.
But yeah, we spoke enough about him. I won't say too much more. Just be careful.
Yeah.
If you're getting him, you're wanting him for that round 19.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee he's going to be starting. He'll be on the bench getting you 15, 20 points, which you don't really want.
He's a good off-the-bench in-game player, not for Supercoach.
No, he just doesn't get the minutes.
Yeah.
The other one, Tohu Harris. Now, Tohu has always been
a hard
worker. He's always got that base.
He looks like he's going to war every game.
Now, he hasn't had the greatest of years, Tohu. He's getting a bit old, getting injured.
Have you seen how much tape he's got on his body before he runs out the shed?
Yeah.
Legs, arms, wrists, fingers.
But if he can get himself back to somewhat fit, he's 584k. He's second row option. Last few weeks, 50, 46, 70. It's not awful. I
think he's just too expensive for that.
Yeah. He's capable of, kind of averaging 60 points.
Yeah.
I think. It's the injuries that are concerning.
Yeah.
If you can get back to full fitness, I think he's a good option. Again, plays around 16. He's that point of difference player that he can jag an attacking stat.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind a try assist close to the line, playing a bit of those sweet plays.
Yeah. No,
or a little short ball.
I just think he's just too expensive, and they use him as just a middle forward now anyway.
Yeah.
He's not really ever in the offense.
I prefer the likes of obviously Katoa, Fafita, those kind of guys.
100%.
But he is a lot cheaper, Tohu. You're saving, probably 130, 150 thousand on him.
My issue is he might just keep losing money.
Yeah.
What's his break even?
I think it's 90 something this week. So he's going to, 97. So he's going to lose money over the next couple of weeks.
Yikes.
So I wouldn't go in this week, but maybe next week against the Titans, round 16, he could be one to look at then. Just to see how he goes, see how his minutes go. He only played 49 minutes coming back from that injury. So if he can get close to 80 minutes, I like him as a pickup.
Just remember, these are pods. These are...
Like, in his 80 minutes games this year, right, he scored 62, 84, 48, 67, and 66. So if he does play 80 minutes, he's a good pickup.
He's a good pickup.
It's just...
Is he going to play 80?
Is he going to play 80 minutes?
Can his body hold up?
Yeah.
Who do the Warriors pick off the bench?
Yeah.
Who are they? It's very matchup based, isn't it?
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah. So there's still a lot of question marks about him. But yeah, as I said, if he can play 80 minutes, he's a good buy.
Yep. Now remember, these are pods. Don't rip our heads off. These aren't... Go for them. These are pods. Get your little Mars bar pods. That's what they are.
That's it. They're just little...
They're a sweet treat you could think about.
Yeah. You wouldn't want your whole team stacked with them.
Nah.
But, maybe pick one or two, whichever ones you like. Sprinkle them into your team.
Yep.
It could go well for you. It might not.
Exactly right.
But at the end of the day, Supercoach, you got to take some risks.
That's it. I have a question for you. Who are you going as captain this week?
I don't know.
I think I'm just going to send it and go Hot Boy Hines.
Fresh.
Ready to rock. At home. Thursday night. Ripping and tearing. Someone's going to wet his hair. Someone's definitely going to tip some ice water over the back of his head. Wet hair, Thursday night.
I like Hines if you got him.
Yep.
I do.
Who are you going, but?
I don't have Hines.
That's why I said who you go.
So...
Are you going to bring in Adam Fanua-Blake?
Possibly. If I make a trade...
Because he could be a very good option.
If I trade, it'll be Talangi to Hopewade.
Yep.
And then I might go Sam Hughes...
To Adam Fanua.
To Fanua-Blake. I wouldn't captain him, though.
Who would you captain? I think you might go Garrick.
Who's Manly got this week? St. George, yeah, potentially. Or even
Fafita.
Sam Walker against Parramatta. Fafita against the Tigers. Fafita against the Tigers.
This could be a 2-try week.
I think I could go Fafita against the Tigers.
Definitely could be a 2-try week.
Yeah, and then maybe just vice captain Drinkwater.
Yeah, yep.
Now. Yeah, I think that could be where I'm going.
Can we please go to last week's matchups? A friend of the show, Cody, was up against the juggernaut of Clayton.
Yeah.
Did you see the results?
Poor Clayton had about nine players, I think.
Don't Paul Clayton him. Did you see the result?
I didn't see the result. He didn't lose, did he, Cody?
Just go to the rest. You'll be beside yourself at the end result.
Yeah.
He wasn't that far away with all those outs. Brother, that's concerning. That he's almost scoring 900.
To be fair, Cody, he outscored both of us, so...
Yeah, no, Cody had a great week, but we were sitting there at one point going, there's no way, right? Because he came to the 30th, and we're going, there's no way, right?
Yeah.
There's no way, right? And a few players had shitters, and that was all she wrote.
Yeah, I didn't do well. I got the loss this week, so that was disappointing.
Did I win my thing? I didn't even look at it once.
You did not. You lost by 20 points.
There you go.
Against 19. Oh, no.
That's right. Did Lisa's lads get up? Lisa's, whatever she calls them?
No. She got pumped. Who we got this week?
Oh, fucking. He's probably first place lady. You got Shavapi. You got Marco. Or is that Mickey?
No, it's
Marco.
This one.
Mickey.
And you've got Ashley.
Who the fuck is that? I'll probably lose. She's probably coming last. That's all right, though.
Yeah. But a big matchup here. Lisa up against Cody. So
come on, Lisa. We'll help you out in about 2 minutes with your team, and then you'll flog that little bastard.
So what are your trade sorts for this week? What are you looking to do
back
with your team?
For Katoa, either Lane or Presto
Yeah.
would be the first one. And I like that Cook call. The Cook. The more I think about Cookie, the more I like it. Cook for Brayley. Maybe. But definitely, at the moment, one of the back rowers for Katoa. For sure.
Yeah. I like that.
And, yeah, I really like that Cook one. I might look a bit more into that before I pull it, but I really like that Cook one now that you said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that Brayley's been bad, but he's hit or miss.
That's it. You can't trust his minutes. Like
he's 50 or he's 20.
He came off the bench, didn't play a whole heap of minutes.
Yeah.
So played 31 minutes. So if he's going to do
50,
that, like
50.
Yeah.
So it's tricky.
Yeah.
Tricky Trindle. So I'm good. I've got Hines.
Who are you? You're kind of captaining Hines.
Yeah, probably get the Hines. I'll be honest. I'm probably just going to send it.
Just not straight captain on the Thursday night.
Just Thursday night raw dog. Just fucking Cardinals in it. Just go.
I like that actually because a lot of people vice captain him.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they have to fuck around with the loophole and lose a couple of points through that. So if you just send straight, this could be a good pod option for you. I don't think he's going to be too highly captained.
The more you spoke about Campbell, the more my ears perked up. So I might look at. See you later, Galvin. Might be the end of your tenure.
Let's see what people are thinking with their captaincies. So Fafita, the most captain player, 23%. Latrell, 12%, which I don't hate. Drinkwater, look, I guess he's an option. He's got the upside. Dylan Edwards.
Yeah, he's not in there. I like this. Go down one more. There he is. 10th.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Nico Hines, only 2.8%. 13.7% vice captained. He's only 30% owned. This is in the top 10%, so you can make some big jumps here if he can have a big one.
He scores like fucking 4 tries, assists, 2 tries, kicks every goal.
Yeah.
Only plays 60 minutes.
The other fullback option that I didn't mention earlier, Chance Nickel-Clockster.
Yeah. He's good for it.
He's looks good at
Very
fullback.
good for it.
Last few weeks, 101, 95, 72.
That was a halfback, wasn't it?
One of them was, I think.
Holy shit. Yeah. That's wow.
Yeah. But
yeah, wow.
I think with the Warriors coming back to full strength,
he'll be a big part.
He's just so good on those overlaps. Like,
he's so good.
He nails that 3-on-2 every time. So he's going to get you plenty of try assists.
He's just a good player. He tries.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I think him with Gutherson, probably the top 2 fullbacks to play over the Origin period. Gutho is going to play round 19. Chance is going to play 16 for you. So he's one to consider it as well. Yeah.
Have you got anything else?
No, I don't think so.
I'm good.
I think that's it.
Good luck to all you matchups, except for you, Ashley. I'm coming for you. I don't know who you are, but I'm coming for you, Ashley. Be very careful.
Poor Ashley.
What have you got? Mickey.
Someone. Yeah.
Mickey, watch out. Will's on the hunt. He's got your brother in Marco.
Yeah, coming off a loss, dangerous.
Now he's after you. So.
Boys are desperate for a win here.
That's right.
They're fired up, ready to go.
Hound dog.
Yeah.
Locked up. See you.
See you later.